I want to welcome you to the Bay, Natalie. And congratulations. I've definitely watched your journey, seeing you on the court pregame, firing passes to different players and stuff like that, and also, on the bench and contributing in a major way. But I was blessed and fortunate enough to live here for the last 13 years. Playing for the Warriors and just knowing how that fan base is going to be. So you're in for a treat. They're going to love you and everything you do. They're going to support that. I want to know, what's the mindset going into this year? The culture. What are your expectations for your first year as a head coach, a new organization? What's your mindset?
Yeah, I've had this question a lot. Competitive,
okay,
across the board from. My rebounders to my scout guys, our front office is competitive, super competitive. We argue all the time. Players that, because I got to pick from the expansion draft, I hand-pick players that are very competitive. Secondly, connected. We have to be connected, both offensively and defensively. The more we communicate, the better we're going to be connected. And then the last one, I've kind of been going back and forth, but again, watching a ton of the NBA, you got to play consistently. And I think that's hard. And I think it's hard sometimes in the NBA because, no offense, but 82 games is a lot.
Yes.
As I went through it, just as from the side doing video and assistant coach, how you guys can endure 82 but then go on to 100 or whatever for championship round. That's hard to maintain that every single day. Everyone says, oh, it's the best job in the world to be at. Yeah. But it's effing hard to come up with that type of energy and that expectations. And so however I could motivate, support, encourage my players to be consistent, I think that's going to be key. And I keep looking at him she got this guy. It's right in front of me. But yeah. Those three.
So I'm glad you said every day, because that transitioned right into a conversation we were having before we turned the cameras on that we want to get back to is the stay ready. So you have to get ready mentality. That it sounds good to say, right? We all say, you always want to tell people stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But it's hard to muster up that same motivation every day as a player who may not be in rotation. As coach, how do you, and what are your mentality to help players stay ready and make sure that when their opportunity comes, that they want to go out there and they're willing to play, not only for you, but for their teammates?
Yeah. So I think kind of going back to your question is I got to choose high character players. That's across the board. I'm not bringing in no assholes. I'm not bringing in players that think they're better than who they are. If you kind of look through, because there was protected 6. So technically I picked the 7th player, right, on each team. So that 7th player kind of has that edge, I think I can start on this team. You know what I mean? For the top teams, they probably can start on other teams. So I have a great level of players that feel like they have a little bit more to prove. And I think that's going to really help with these stay ready games, because right now, I don't know who the starters are. It is what it is, ladies. You're going to have to earn your spot to be on my team. And I think I want to really try to be as competitive as I can.
Okay.
But I think having the high character, they better be internally motivated.
Yeah.
I can't push a button and say, yo, are you motivated today? You have to be internally motivated.
Well, fellas, I'm sorry, Chris, but I'm hearing a lot of Pat Riley. It sounds like some Pat Riley going on over here.
You feel like you're back in Miami, bro?
The 305, man. I love that. Set the tone early.
Set the tone early.
Yeah, set the tone early.
The camera said, ladies.
Yeah, hey.
I'm sorry, but these are the expectations. So the character is important for you. Coach, right, as a trainer, as someone that the players, when they're away from their coach and their organization and team, they come to you.
Absolutely. So this is a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
So for me, my message to them is about professionalism and loving the craft. You have to focus on winning the day. So instead of looking at what you can't do, play the hand that you have. You could be traded. Somebody can be injured. And if you're not prepared, it's going to show.
Yep.
And you lose the opportunity. So the flip corner of that is playing 1s every day, playing 2s every day. Because the people that play heavy minutes are not going to be hooping every day in a physical practice.
Okay.
They're going to be able to get treatment and get everything that they need to be ready for the competition of the next game. But the guys that don't play and the women that don't play, they have to be in love with the game of basketball.
So you have to be in love with the game.
For sure.
You can be distracted because when you get paid, when you make it to the leagues, sometimes complacency and pointing the finger will have you out of the league. So you need people talking directly to you and saying, hey, it's on you. Win your day, daily routine, prepare, take care of your body. And you're always interviewing for your next job.
Yes, I agree.